Hey you guys, welcome to my channel, HEYOKA, Hey Priestess. I'm Christy, a healer, seer, and HEYOKA empath, and we speak on the truth, divine justice, Holy Spirit, the Hole, spirituality, and healing. All right, so you guys, I know finally, I'm so sorry. Getting back to, there was like a little bit that needed to be added to these downloads anyways, so it all kind of worked out. But I hope everyone is doing really freaking well. Seriously, I send you guys so much love, so much love, so much love. The weather's been great, and it was really hot like the last couple of days before, but it's like now it's like perfect, I feel like. So I hope you guys are getting out in the sun. You guys get out into just like the forest, like get in the forest. Get out into wherever you can go where there's greens. Like there's a calling for obviously grounding, but like we call them like the nature fairies wanting to work with you. And they're connected to like for protection for your from your like your divine ancestors as well. That was one little thing I got for myself and to tell the collective. Nature fairies are calling y'all. Okay. All right. And you just call them in. Ask for them when you're grounding outside. All right. So I think we left off. We did the glamour spells, altering people's perception. So I think we are on to the flying monkeys, third parties, and people being sent toward you. Okay. Okay. I was like, my freaking hair. Okay. So when someone cannot reach you directly, they may attempt to reach you through other people, which I think I did speak a little bit on this. So someone refuses to let go of the conflict and continues using third parties, flying monkeys, or other people to interfere, create division, gather information, or provoke arguments. So yeah, these can be directly like people sent into your orbit. Yeah, this is like they're getting paid or whatnot for this. So you guys just use your discernment. Like anyone that makes you feel uncomfortable, ask the questions. Like, you know, like anyone that's like a little bit too close to like, and you're like, did I just meet you or do I know you? Like, you know what I mean? And a lot of times, you guys, like when they know who your friends are, and say your friends are not into spirituality, or say they don't cleanse themselves properly every day, and they're a little bit more susceptible to just energy interference or like spell work or whatnot. Just notice, like if people, you know, because they can send attacks, like that's how they attach, like spirits too. They can, you know, call upon and send like attachments. And so it's just like if anyone's disrupting your peace, just be like, today's not the day, Junior, or any other day. You know, just checkmate people. Like seriously, checkmate people. Ask them questions. Like be, as much as someone wants to be in your face with some like grime, like throw it right back. Be like, do you want to break this down right now? Like, let's have a sit down. No, I'm serious. Okay. So that's just how you like, just be on alert. And I think I like touched on this before. You guys, demonic spirits, like demons, are not like fucking fiery and crazy and are gonna come like kill you. No, like those are just people that are off the rocker. Okay, like if anything, you're like, all right, personality, like mix up over here today or whatever. But no, it's really like actual subtle people. Like, don't worry, this is like kind of rare, but it's people that even if you ask them or like about the spirituality thing, like they can only handle so many questions that are like even anything closer to God. Okay, like that kind of stuff, or just like even with you, like they'll get annoyed with you easily, or they like tune you out, or they gaslight you, but they're like can be really, really subtle, like very like stoic even. But you'll see something in them. Like, look into their eyes. Look into their eyes. I'm talking like people that have full attachments on them, okay? Like, they even like watch TV. They like, it's like a zone in. And if you really piss them off, their eyes will go black. I've been there. And that's when they're probably like attacking you. So yeah, that's a no-go. And like, obviously, you guys, you have to, this is why we learn ourselves so heavily, so deeply, because we can feel the uncomfortability that just is an energy around us with certain people. Like they will be off-putting, they don't seem like connected, or they'll be very kind though, very kind. They'll look like okay, they look clean, but like they'll be easily to like gaslight you and like confuse you in a conversation, and they start to mimic you. They'll like use what you say if you like give certain like advice in something, like they mimic others, right? And then they'll use it against you. That's a big one. And they definitely want to have sex with you because they want to siphon your energy, and they don't care to like help you with anything. They'll act like, oh yeah, but this is not to fear you guys, just, you know, y'all already know. I feel like it's like so down the line now, like it's like we know who the people in our lives are or are not meant for us, but they don't have like their own ideas. They can't, because their body, they're in a vessel. They can't even survive, you guys, without being in a person's vessel. But that person is already so like drained within them. That's why, and they don't believe in anything, and they like don't know their own self. They don't know their own soul. So like that's why they're so easily to be attached to and used, because it's like all these spirits need is a vessel to be in. But yeah, definitely like ask them if they ever want to get if they want like to get cleansed, or you know, like that. Say you'll even do a cleansing for them. Be like, or say like you know, be like, I think you have a, like joke with them, be like, I think you have a demonic spirit on you. They'll like forget. Okay, I'm just saying, they're not easy. They act calm, cool, collected, but they're not. They will get really irritated, especially if you like keep like poking the bear, as like jokingly and stuff. Just be aware, you guys. Understand what being genuine is. Okay, just watch. It's a pattern. Watch their pattern. You guys, we're supposed to learn these patterns. Okay, it's very like narcissistic. Obviously, they already have, being so narcissistic is having that's like a demonic spirit on you. And this is why we have to break these curses. Narcissism is a curse. Being overly sexual is like, look within the family dynamic, like even like being cheating, like being a cheater. Those are curses, you guys, that are placed, like being lack with money, having lack of money, or like spending money too easily, like being really greedy, or like selfishness. I mean, like it's all things. Remember, we are here just to learn our lessons and to expand and grow, so we can actually come into like happiness and be so balanced, just wholeness with ourselves. And you guys, everything is what do they call it? Just not too extremes. Like everything in balance, pretty much. Like, I know there's a total saying, and I'm just totally blanking on it. But and I just heard it earlier. You guys you know what I mean? Like everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. Yeah, which is true. Like absolutely. You know. Okay. So there's multiple people are involved in monitoring, doing like monitoring spirits, right? Using like bowl of water to like look peer into someone else's like area, distracting, betraying, or attempting to sidetrack you. There is, especially when you guys are about to go through like another breakthrough, like you'll see like people will like pop in, like, and it's like unbeknownst to them, you guys. It's not like they all have spirits on them. It's just an overall energy that's like knows. We can call it the devil, but it's like it's you want to repel from like pushing forward, or like breaking through the ceiling, right? So, which is natural. Like even yourself you'll be like craving like the substances. You'll be like, you know, feeling like pulling away from like doing your content, or like whatever. I mean, so it's not always just, that's just the like universal law. That's just like how it works, right? Like we live in the devil's playground. We say like it doesn't want you to like break free. It doesn't want you. So it's not always people doing these things, you guys. It's just like why we're here to learn our lessons. It's going to give you a pushback. Like, you know, God is even going to present you with things that have you learned this lesson? Like, here's your last test, like without telling you it's your last test. But you know where your boundaries are. It's a feeling. It's the intuition. You'll have like random people that even if you don't always talk to them, like reaching out, like, hey, you want to go out? Like, trust me, even like right now, that's like you know, it can be occurring. But sometimes you guys, yeah, like there are moments where you will be sitting probably next to like, you know, it doesn't have to be an ex, it could be a new person that you're like, wait a minute, and you'll start to see even traits like within that person that were like maybe in the ex, that like when you get into the fight or whatnot. So really have to discern, and like, but you know in your gut feeling like who's, you guys, when it comes down to really like who is our forever person, like you know who is not. So are you just biding your time, or and remember, it's like God can't bring in things when you are latching on to the old. That's why even down to like blocking people at times, like, you know, we are here for ourselves, okay, really, truly, like to become our best selves. But we can be kind with it, or sometimes we'll get to the point where we'll have to like literally block someone out. But what was I going to say? Yeah, like it's, but it's not always like just like past. It's like, it could be a new person, you know, that you're like, oh, okay, like they're so nice, they're so kind, like, and then you're like, oh, don't disregard those like little mini red flags just because because trust me, when we're on our healing journey, it can be a long time. It can be a long time that's why they say, like, especially for empaths, like it can be a lonely road, but when we can understand that, right? And God knows when, you know, when your time is like fully ready, and he'll bring in the right people, and then you'll really know, because you'll be like, I've never felt this feeling, and they'll be like you. You know, so, but there's, yeah, you know, God will test right before like the big breakthroughs as well, you know, so it's just to be aware. And one of the greatest things you will have to learn in this lifetime is in any lifetime, I guess, if you have to come back, the law of detachment. So you guys look that up. But yeah, learning to know when to let go. And that, like I said, if you have a big mission, that can be family members, friends, it could be your whole world, right? Because in this lifetime, your biggest lesson is to be independent and like find yourself and be able to be okay with working through this world, like really making sure you are fulfilled within yourself. You don't have to be like super rich or anything. It's not like that. It's like choosing yourself to know that you can be independent. And then the right people, God will have you with the right people. And just remember, you guys, like, regardless if you feel that, like, oh, these people can change or alter my destiny. No. Like we say, it's like kind of like a big game. But at the same time, like, if you let it get to you and things like that's a part of it too. Like, don't allow anything to be greater than you, right? It's like, the whole, like, the God thing, like, all of us are essentially, like, if we're not already, supposed to be turning to God. That is going to be like his ultimate direction, because he, for you, especially if you're like, you know, because the only way to our highest timeline is through him. Like, it's your highest path. It is. And what are we? The God within, the God without. Like, we are. So that's why it's like, you know, the sooner you can cut off that like pride and ego, understand where to use it, the better. All right, so the next topic would be jealousy, envy, and forced competition. You guys, I know you have felt that. Definitely the forced competition amongst like females and males. Who has not felt that? It's odd, right? Okay, so someone else's competition with you does not require your participation. Remember, guys, we are only competing with ourselves, okay? To become our higher self. It is never worth your while nor your energy to compete with anyone else but yourself, okay? So, yeah, so there's someone operating from deep jealousy towards your healing. This can be family members, friends. You guys, you're always going to have one of them. This could be even your own significant other. Yeah, that was new to me when I found that one out. I was like, what, how, where, when? You're a male, I'm a female. But, you know, you never know. So they're jealous towards your healing, divinity, relationship with God, which, all right. And that's a sacred space between each and every individual. You each have your own sacred space with God, all right? It is yours and yours alone. And the progress you've made so far, all right? So, but keep it up, you guys, all right? So rather than celebrating your growth, right, they continually create competition, conflict, and reasons to interfere with your life. Probably behind the scenes. Like, you're probably not even seeing it, knowing about it. And this is also another way to challenge your intuition. I mean, you'll feel it. Like, you'll know it. You'll feel it. Ask the questions. Who's really, like, supportive, you know? And typically, you guys know who these people are. Like, you know who they are. All right? If anything, you've, like, tried to help them. You've tried to, like, you know, see past, like, how they act, or you accept them exactly as they are, but they're not accepting themselves. And it just shows. It just shows where they are not willing to succumb to, like, their own. I mean, we all have downfalls, right? But it's not even like a downfall. It's just like there's no need to, like, project or be passive aggressive. That's a big one. Passive aggressivity is I swear that's a curse for sure. To be passive aggressive, it's like you're just people that sit in resentment. It's very unfortunate because that resentment aligns only with themselves. No one else is thinking more about that issue except them. Just like you guys, at the end of the day, no one's thinking more like within your alignment of thought but you. Like, no one's worrying as much about what you did or what anyone did except for you. Yeah. No one's thinking more about you than you, pretty much, and, like, where you sit in life and what you've done or, like, what you were involved in, like, essentially. So don't let it chip at you, you know, don't let it eat you alive, like, seriously. So they can't stand watching you succeed because you're, like, continually exposes what they have refused to heal within themselves. All right. And at the same time, like, there's nothing you can do about that, right? We can all wait for these people to, like, you know, come meet us at where we're at, or just to know, like, that we actually do care, and, like, we would never be someone that was, like, jealous or harmful towards them. But don't wait for those things, you know, like I have, and it doesn't. I've even reached out all these things to, like, you know, someone that I thought, like, I was helping, but maybe I wasn't helping at all, and I was just, like, frustrating them more. So, and no, I didn't get a response. So it's just like, I have to let it go. You know, like, we all have to, like, we have to allow these things. We know that we have to allow these things to be released, right? And that is maybe when they can feel the disconnect and then, like, make their choices of changing or what. But it's not for us. Just like we don't change for other people. We are who we are. And that's the beauty of the consistency within us. We never were lying. We were never trying to, like, up one these people. Half the time we thought that we were, like, you know, really good friends with some of these people, or, like, that they cared about us as much as we cared about them. And unfortunately, because of, you know, like, their process of, like, healing or not healing, or recognizing and taking accountability of their choices, you know, it will have it will have an effect on the person, right? It's going to make them act differently, you know, and, like, feel intimidated by us. Excuse me, confirmation. Or dislike us, or I'm not sure, or really like us and not know how to, like, present that. So I know it feels like sometimes, you guys, it feels like it can be like a lose-lose situation, but it's because that's not for you in that time. All right. So call us naive, call us, like, you know, unaware of these things, but, you know, God doesn't always show us or tell us these things up front, because it does hurt us. It does hurt us. We have feelings. We are human. We want everyone to be to be able to be themselves and to feel comfortable in their own skin. So, you know, like, I can always say, like, God made you exactly how you're supposed to be, okay? We all have the qualities we love about ourselves, and then we have the ones that we don't love about ourselves so much. So we're all just, you know, we're all human for the most part. I mean, right? Sometimes God's just showing you, like, that was just for a season. not forever. It's like, and yet again, I forget the saying, but, you know, it was for a time, it was for a lesson. It wasn't, you know, forever. But, and it just wasn't the right time, right? For that to link in with that person, or that to, you know, that career, that wasn't the right, like, career choice. There's something better. There's always going to be, if that doesn't link up, you know, redirection is your protection. And because there is better. There is always something better. Like, God will always make sure it's better for you. And he's never putting us backwards. We are the ones that will halt, you know, or stay stuck to, or what have you. So God is removing you from every unhealthy competition they attempted to create, or trying to make you look like the villain when you never were. Just remember, you guys, a thief doesn't break into an empty house, okay? When it comes to these people that are consistently trying to make you the villain and attack you and put all their effort, all their energy into you, right? But they seemingly hate you, right? Or like they have a dislike against you. It's like, well, then why would you care? Well, like I said, a thief doesn't break into an empty house. The enemy doesn't attack what's worthless. If you've experienced intense resistance, it may be because you're carrying something valuable, all right? Your purpose, your peace, your calling, your light, right? Protect it. Seriously, you guys, nurture it, and don't mistake the attack for your identity, all right? Be a little flattered, but make sure you're obviously cleansing yourself and, you know, just let it be. The one thing the enemy wants is it to get to you. I mean, stand up for yourself, of course. Like, you know, say it how it is. But you're clearly valuable. And you are. You are. And they know it too. Okay? But they can be valuable too. That's just it. That's it. That's like it. We are all... God makes us equally. He does. That free will, though, it'll get you. I'm just saying. You know, so... Who doesn't want to be on the right side of right? And it's funny, too, because the ones that are going against you, they want to be right, too, as well, right? But is it in the same alignment with the truth? Their truth, your truth, and the truth. The truth will always win, and that is the highest form of truth. Who sees all? The Creator. Who protects all? The Creator. And it's also we who have to believe that we can be equal to anyone, any color, any race, any age. It really, any day ends with y'all, with us, with me, with you. You know, how we want to think. And how we think is how we create, how we believe, how we move forward, how we manifest the life we want. So be in a positive mindset, understand a negative mindset that you might be in, because we don't want to dismiss those, but just know anything can go up and come down, and anything that can go down must come up, kind of thing, you know? So, all right, guys. So, all right, so generational, next topic. Generational wealth, money, and self-interest. What is divinely assigned to you cannot be claimed through greed, manipulation, or deception. All right? So there is, someone's motives has been rooted in selfish gain, money, power, fame, inheritance, and blessings that were never meant for them. And they know this as well. But they have so strongly held on to it because they never thought y'all would awaken, that y'all would see it for what it is and stand up and call it out, just like myself. But you were always meant to. So if you even today and watch this and have the inkling of something that you've always thought, at least ask about it. At least question it. Why not? Why not? Why not ask? Why not see the look on someone's face to know, even slightly, if they're being honest or not? You know? Patterns, you guys. Like, what do they call it? Micro or macro facial expressions. How you can tell. You guys start reading people. This is how we know. Right? All right? And do your research. I don't know. it's taking the patience and the time to like want to figure it out or like want to know. And it's not always meant to like be found out in that way. So just also know, like, when things are so far out of your control, then that's why God's pushing you to say, turn to me. And I'm going to guide you. You were meant to turn to me to be guided. And that's when things are so out of your control. Like, literally, you're not going to become a lawyer when you get, like, blacklisted, to, like, fight your own case, because he has a process for you. He's bringing you up through the ranks to be shown to all your quote-unquote enemies. It's like he's forming a table for you, all right? He's setting the table for you amongst your enemies. I don't really like that from the Bible, that term, but because they were never my enemies, but doubt they were yours. These were family, friends, like, so. But just know you're definitely meant for something larger, and it's always to be something to help this world, not to go and fight your enemies. Okay, so they've attempted to interfere with generational wealth, financial opportunities, abundance, and blessings assigned to your life. So I know some of us have felt like our content has been like attacked, or maybe you guys have like suddenly lost jobs. I mean, the levels that like people will go to, these were the most surprising moments of confirmation in my life, that I was like, no way, no how. Excuse me, but that's what they want you to like freak out on. So don't freak out, stay grounded, and I'm not saying everyone's being like attacked like this, and it's not what I'm saying. If this resonates with you, you've been through it and you can understand it, but it's truly for you to commit to yourself and stay grounded and go within and seek guidance from above and or even from these types of content, or we're somehow, some way, we're all going through it. Okay, but just know you are seen and protected. You are chosen. You've heeded the call in some form, some way. Okay, so, and just know God is protecting what belongs to you. Remember also, you guys, you're being initiated by the Most High. All right? It's definitely a different type of initiation, but it's for the right reasons. It's only for your benefit, okay? So everything that belongs to you has always been protected. Half the time it's like never been taken. They just saw your destiny beforehand. So they tried to half the time these people try and set you up to make you go crazy before you can even get what is yours. But half the time it's never even been touched. Okay, so God's protecting what belongs to you, and financial increase, abundance, and the harvest are drawing near to you. So if you've been on your path, you've been doing your work, all these things, grounding, going within, what have you, God knows you. You're good. You're good. Okay, you are good. All right, so because it's not in you, like this is the best way I can put it. God anoints the ones that he knows their hearts are so big and bold. He also makes us this way, you guys. But this world and other circumstances and situations try and deter us from that. All right, like beknownst to themselves or unbeknownst to themselves, aka the spirit on them, or like their own insecurities. But that's what tries to break you, is this world. So in you, knowing you're not out there, you're not going to get your revenge and be harmful to others, or you would have been doing that, beforehand, before anyone could even touch you, but it's not in us in ways, it's, do we get angry? Do we get frustrated? Absolutely. But we're not instilled, it's not instilled in us to go allow ourselves to get in trouble and end up in jail or what have you. You know what I mean? And by the way, God's not he'll make you think like sometimes these things are occurring, and I'm sure they are somewhere, somehow, but it's all an initiation. Okay. So yes, remember that as well. But you also, you gotta make your way through, and the best way, the right way, the most productive way that's gonna get you through any situation. And there's always a way through. There's always a way out. Okay, right? So, and also, you guys, it's when we understand this, like behind it all. And it takes time, and we're not supposed to understand it all. Of course not. But just know, fear is not real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Okay? Which is completely us allowing anything in the future or anything that we have to step into, it's going to be a negative. And that's when we stop and halt ourselves and say, no. But like even alone, like you guys, why do we even stay so like we harp on, right? Like the negativity. When do we ever start applauding ourselves? Like we don't give hype to like the good things, right? Or we're waiting for like it to be some like great thing, and then like we're waiting for everyone else to hype us. Like no. Just like waking up and being like, today was fucking awesome. Like even if you were lazy as hell, like that was my lazy day. Like whatever, I could have all lazy days as long as I'm getting my shit done. And on the other days, like, you know what I mean? Find yourself where you need to meet yourself. All right. So no need to fear, guys. Okay, next topic. A blessed relationship and someone trying to come between it. A relationship built on equal love and reciprocity is not the same as a connection built on control. All right? This goes for all our connections, y'all. Okay, no one gets to control us, okay? So some of you are being blessed with relationships built on friendship, trust, equal reciprocity, and spiritual alignment, which is huge. And you guys know. Okay, and then also someone outside of the relationship refuses to let go and may attempt to interfere through third parties, manipulation, or unnecessary drama. This has most likely been an ongoing theme. This could be a mother. This could be a father. This could be a friend. I know that one, I already talked about that one girl that is like, I think for my catalyst, acting like a friend, but really doing the most, like at, when at home, like, or what have you, black magic, what have you, to keep you. And then you guys, even like these, like the spiritual group, there's a spirit, one of these like cults that acts like they are there to help heal or what have you. Like, no, they're not. Like, they're not. Like, just because it feels like love doesn't mean it is love. It's control and siphoning your energy. Okay, you guys, you have to be aware of who really honors and respects like you and your boundaries, and not just like having it be like, oh no, but we're friends. Like even like the whole friends with benefits, like you in that because you probably have feelings. Like let's not fool ourselves. Okay, don't stay in something like that if you know that you're not secure enough to be in that. You guys, it's a big downfall for ourselves when we like say like, oh, I can like handle that. When you fully are like, I'm in love with this person, you know what I mean? Like, we can't, the one thing we should never do is fool ourselves, like, right? So, yeah, we have no one to blame then but ourselves in ways. And it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy because we're hopeful. We are hopeful individuals. We are. And trust me, sometimes you have to be that hopeful. You have to like stay in hope for things that you have given up, surrender. But that's like surrendering to God, not things that you're saying, yeah, let's be friends with benefits, but like, oh my God, he's going to marry me one day, or she's going to marry, you know what I mean? Be careful with that. You don't want to hurt your heart, okay? And God will show you all the signs, regardless if you believe or not. You will see the signs. Sometimes you just must take people for exactly how they're showing up as themselves. The first time they tell you, take that. I had to learn that as well. I mean, even this next one, you guys, I think I've even been here. The person continues believing there's unfinished business. Like sometimes we hold out on people thinking that there's unfinished business, and sometimes there is, but it's not always for the reason of the happy ending, you know what I mean? But God is exposing every hidden motive while protecting relationships built on truth. Okay? And I'm telling you, your like twin flame, your soulmate is never in their souls of soul, like a heart and all of that is never going to go behind your back and do some crazy smear campaign, all these things. It's not even aligned nor like written to. Like, yes, can they be scared and run away? Sure, like that's fair. But they're never going to also then go against you like in a full-blown like devilish way and be like, I'm taking that bitch down. That's not a twin flame or a soulmate, I'm telling you. That would be like a karmic something, okay? Karmic twin flame, like I know they create all these like names for these things, but like a twin flame or, a soulmate, they're a part of you. Like, they are so similar too. Like, they align with you, but they think like you, they feel like you, they have a heart like you. So it's not going to be some like, that's just karmic and that was just a lesson, but when we cling to still those karmics, there's something within us that needs to be healed. Period, point blank. Okay? So we're clinging to that negativity that's within us that we still have in us, so we still resonate with, right? So, you think we like that chaos? You won't. You won't. When you heal that part of you, you won't resonate with them any longer. That is the lesson to be learned behind the karmic connection. Or you have created something that would be called a trauma bond. So there was a trauma and you guys like resonated together off of that, but no one in that relationship is like elevating the other. Like, you guys aren't choosing to like be better for each other. You're kind of like sitting in that like, well, maybe us against the world, but like not like maybe in stagnation or just being like, or resentful towards each other or like the world or, we have to be careful of that. Or you're just of this world, it's like you're kind of just like letting things hit you on the way through rather than like creating a path and aligning with God to like, or aligning with your higher self to know like I need to do better, we need to be better, like looking at a higher purpose or a purpose. You're kind of just like living, right? So that there's a big difference. And I do want to say one side thing, like I know it can be, I know you guys, I move around a lot because this is so uncomfortable sometimes. It just is. But I know, and this like table and like my elbows, but I know sometimes it can feel intimidating to like say like the female awakens before the male, right? Because there's that, say he's in more of like the 3D, like the earthly plane, and like has that one set mindset, or like sees like the societal way of the norms of like women should be here, like not as like powerful as the male, but it's like sometimes that will be the link between the need for the male to fall back into like more of that sensitive like healing of that inner child and allow the female to kind of take full range. And like the lesson there is to learn from the female because of maybe the upbringing. This is just an example. The upbringing was that the male leads and the female, like, is the barefoot woman, inside, like, carrying the children. Sure, yes. I mean, like, that can be done, but the female can also be, the one that is the teachable one. She is like can be the teacher. We are forever the student until we become the teacher, and then we learn. And that is a big aspect of like what's going on in this day and age right now. Is like God is allowing the women to, not allowing, like he is saying, women, lead. Like step up, lead. Because a good female knows, and a good male should know, I know they have these sayings with like, there's always a strong female standing behind their male or something like that. And by the way, a mature female knows she is always, we want our our man to lead, of course. Like, why would we not? But he must be confident and secure enough in himself to know these things, to learn these things, to want. Key word is to want to be that. Not be just being prideful and just, oh, well, I was built like a man, so there's my privilege. Yes, I'm so sorry that our world has been running like that for so long. Well, where's the emotional intelligence? Where is the respect? Where's the vulnerability? Where's even wanting to understand how brilliant his female can be, and wanting to stand by her side, as much as he assumes that his female should stand by his. Trust me, will never allow like someone to drive the ship into like what, the rocks. And it should go both ways, you guys. Like, prideful or not, group of men that want to like pull it together and think that like we're better than, or like, you know, that epsilon, whatever, I'm probably not even pronouncing it right. Like, I don't give a fuck what status you're at. Where's your fucking, like, where's your soul? Where's like your clarity of, you know, when do you know how to be humble, and when do you know when to speak and not to speak, and to listen so you can learn? And when do you know when just to allow someone to act like the dumb shit that they are, thinking that they're making you the embarrassment, when you're like, Because the right people, the intelligent ones, are not going to align with just like what the strong man standing over there, yapping, talking about nothing, and not even understanding that they're not talking about anything. No. It's like, learn your environment, learn who you have on your arm, who respects you and loves you and has been through it. We're not here to impress the masses. Like, where's your heart? You know? So yeah, you want equal? Yeah, you gotta be equal, and we can't care what everyone fucking thinks. All I'm saying is, if you want a power couple, the power couple starts between you two. You and your divine should be both divine, masculine and feminine. Just you two. You guys should know everything to where no one else. Like, you should both be the mysterious ones. No one's going to come up to you and tell you something about yourself or your person. You should already know. And you don't need to go into conversation if someone does try and say some shit on your person, okay? You guys, privacy, respect, loyalty. Watch where your loyalty needs to lie. And it's not in many. If you learn and you mature, you will see. If you look around the world, like if you just look, like once we grow up, like your circle gets a little smaller on like the intimate level of like friendships and even like within partnerships, all these things. And sadly to say, it is rare. You guys, it's really rare to find people that you really truly can trust and align with, because they have to be at your mature level, your level, or are willing to grow. And that has to come from themselves. We cannot force people to grow. As much as we're like, we want to. No, you want an equal. You want someone that rides for you just as much as you ride for them. In the best ways, I'm talking. Okay? Good intention. Like, well, you don't have to. Who wants to look over their fucking shoulder of their own person? That's terrifying. That's fucking terrifying. Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay. I know. Okay, so next topic. The tower they created for you is becoming their own. Of course it will. You're not them, they're not you, and you're not fucking up your life sitting on social media, stalking other people, waiting for their downfall, or like preying on their downfall. No, we don't waste our energy or our time. Yeah. That's another thing. Those are like little like things that there's just so many red flags and so many things. But don't let that ever consume you either, guys. Live your life. The more you live your life, the more you manifest all that you need and more to come into your life. The right people, places, and things. And simply that. It's like, I know we talk a lot about this. This is like, I know it's like my channel. It's like can be a downfall sometimes talking about this stuff, but like we have to learn it to not succumb to it, right? That's just it. All right. So the destruction someone repeatedly created or creates still will eventually become the environment they must answer to. 333 on the clock. I know it is very late. I don't know why I'm still up doing this on a Saturday. Because yeah, well, I feel like I like had nice days the past 2 days, so I like needed to be on this. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for being my supporters. Like seriously, thank you. And I even new subscribers. And I'm lacking. I'm lacking, but you know, I'm also like living my life. So I hope you guys are too. I know you are. Okay. And I know I need to get back to comments. Okay, I know. I saw you guys and I was like, but I like to like take my time. So like, yeah, I'm sorry if I like delayed that. I'm sorry. All right, my loves. All right, so let's see, where are we? So people repeatedly attempting to create instability, destruction, conflict, or crisis within your life. I'm sure you guys have felt that, but you understand it's never gonna get you. It's never gonna get you. It would be our minds first that would get it, and then we're manifesting it, and then it would be a negativity in our life. But we're like, oh, okay, we're good. If it's not in front of my face, it ain't happening. That's how I feel. I've gotten to that point. I'm like, if it ain't in front of me, why am I bothering with it? And if I'm not like teaching it on here, like giving downloads, then it's all good. But just to be aware. And there's always going to be haters, you know, what have you. So, but God is ending this cycle. So the destruction that they intended for you is returning to their own camp, their own circumstances as the consequences of their choices unfold. And God is ending this cycle of attacks. And although apologies may come, and that we are open to apologies, absolutely. And we've already forgiven them, I hope, but you know, they do not erase accountability. And that is the most important piece. 2 more parts, guys. So you averted a crisis and are now rebuilding. All right. Anyways, this is totally for the people that that saw what they were doing that was wrong and pivoted. Big pivot. I'm proud of you. Okay, God's proud of you. You saw what you saw. You woke up, and you're like, why am I doing this? So good for you guys, for sure. Because I know there's definitely ones out there that have done that. Okay, thank you. And thank you. And thank you. Seriously. And you are welcome in my home. Okay. Survival was not the end of your story. Reconstruction is part of your becoming. Absolutely. So you survived what was meant to break you, and every hardship has produced wisdom, discernment, resilience, and spiritual maturity. What attempted to destroy you became part of your transformation and testimony. Yes, that is how God works, I swear. He'll like break you down to build you up. And I'm like, well, no. You mean like we get broken down and then have to build ourselves back up? Like just make that a note. Like it's us and us. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you are rebuilding your life on stronger foundations, on ones that are of like heart, of truth, of knowledge, of wisdom, of beauty, of you. They're you. No one can take that shit from you, I'm telling you. Strong, and everyone around that tried to deter from that, like deter you from that, knows it too. Okay? And hopefully they can learn from that and do better for themselves. That's all you can hope for. So, you're rebuilding your life on stronger foundation, and God is renewing what was once broken and giving everything back. If you thought you lost something, you're getting it back and more, okay? And plus some, and interest. And what did the ancestors say once? They say, and gratuity. they want gratuity. All right, we said, okay. All right, so in the last one, someone attempted to interfere with your career, right? So like I said, even you guys, some people had like lost jobs and all that, but also know like that it just wasn't, you needed to be done. I remember our biggest issue is detaching, is knowing when to detach people, places, things, careers. It is. And I think that that's for everyone. All these things are for everyone in some form, some way, just like, But okay, so interference cannot cancel work that remains aligned with your purpose as well, what God has for you. But also, like, if, something ended abruptly for you, it either needed to or, just like it wasn't aligned any longer, okay? Those are those tower moments that we think are like the end of the world. And it's like, oh, wait, no. Thank gosh for that. I'm like, I would have never left that. It's true. We wouldn't have. Because we get so comfortable, you guys. Like, look at us in relationships. We're like, but we don't even have answers to some of these things, you guys, right? Until we're in a fight and then we're like, we hate you. Okay. Anyways, so someone did attempt to interfere with your career, work, or professional path by creating instability and obstacles. Also, you guys, let's just look at it like this. We all play roles. God makes us play roles, okay? Unbeknownst to ourselves. But we play roles. These things have to occur for us to rise. Just know their efforts are failing and God is honoring the work you have faithfully continued to build. True. Also, what's not meant for us is not meant for us. So people can't just attack us just because they're feeling insecure and lost and upset. Sure, do all the black magic you think is actually doing something to us. It's not. You have to be in high vibration, you guys, to be. What is a practitioner? You think a practitioner is like a homeless, drunken drug addict? No, like that's a low, like very, very low vibration. No shame to that, but I'm just saying, like, you have to be quite high vibration to be and you have to be anointed by God, not just anointing yourself of like, I'm gonna be a practitioner. No, okay, you know what I mean? That spell work ain't going nowhere. The intention of the negativity that you're having the practitioner do, or you're trying to do yourself, thinking that you're like the empress or whatever, sure, but that's as far as it's going to go, as far as God will allow it to go, you know what I mean? And God will let you sometimes think that it's like it occurred, right? Because he wants to see how far you will go. Yeah, just like how he watches his children that want to be, on the positive end of it and how far they can go. And that's when you will raise, and he'll want to take you to different places because you're striving. It just is. It's just like even being in school, it's like the effort we put in is the results we will receive, period. Okay. So continue choosing steady, sustainable growth over instant results because your reward and harvest are on the way, baby. All right, that's it. That's all, my loves. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna upload this, and then there's one last piece. I already recorded it, and so you'll have 2 videos tomorrow, you guys, and that will be like all the downloads. I know that it was like excessive, but just know, you're on the up and up. You're on the up and up. Even if you don't feel it, you are. Okay? Be proud of yourselves. Like, seriously, everyone. And even to the ones that have like seen where they've been, or like in a sense of like maybe they were the ones like doing the negativity and made a shift. I'm proud. I'm like extra proud of you guys. Like, that's hard. It's hard. It is really hard, you guys. It's not easy to like be ready for things when like we're pushed to, or like we have to, and not knowing why we're even doing what we're doing, if it's like negative or whatnot. So don't be so hard on yourself. Okay? And my last video that you guys will see, like the one after this, I say it all with love. I do. Okay? I say it all with love. Tough love. I speak the truth here. Okay? Because I want everyone to do well. I want us to all be in that mindset. No one is you. You are not anyone else but you. So be great for you. Even on your worst days. You're not harming anyone. Don't go harming yourself. Okay? Just rest. Rest. And say, all the negativity, get away from me. I cleanse it away. I cleanse it off. Take it off of me, God. Okay? I love you guys.
Passport is ready, no lines at the gate. I don't do waiting, I don't hesitate. Champagne is popping, we're up in the clouds, far from the noise and the busy crowds. The city below is a glittering map. I'm taking a nap in a luxury lap. Don't ask me where, cause I'm already gone.